Go.
Okay, guys, so hello, my name is Allen Wiese, and I am your Region 2 parliamentarian. As I mentioned in my previous email, I am going to be talking about what do you do as a committee chair. So, what do you do? Well, you lead the committee. So, what does that mean? Well, so, for instance, you guys are the committee chairs, and so you know that the legislative committee chair, the resolutions committee chair, you know what committee you're in charge of, and all of pretty much your job is just to make sure it runs smoothly. What does that mean? Well, technically as chair, you cannot make a motion in the committee. You're supposed to run the committee, you're supposed to oversee it. You can recommend things that your committee do. So for instance, if you're the resolutions chair, a big common thing is people want to make resolutions. Well, you're supposed to be the mediator, so you cannot technically take a side. Because if someone wants to do one thing or someone does not like that idea and it starts getting heated, well, they need a mediator, and that comes down to you as the chair. But like I said, you can always recommend stuff to do. So if you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I think talking about the jail system, for instance, would be an interesting thing for us to research, you can bring that up. However, it's up for the rest of the committee to be like, yeah, we like that idea, let's go with it. Because at the end of the day, if they don't follow, if they don't want to do it, you can't do it. All right, so that's pretty much the main goal of the chair, is to just organize the meeting. Let me go down. So the next thing that really you guys have to do is the most important thing, at least for the fall conference, is you have to elect a co-chair and a treasurer. Secretary, not a treasurer. You need to elect a secretary. And the rules for that are pretty much, you can't have your co-chair be a part of your same school. So if you go to Richland, it has to be someone from other than Richland. If you go to Brookhaven, it has to be someone other than Brookhaven. Secretary, on the other hand, it doesn't matter. The reason why it matters is because we want a diverse representation, and the secretary is just there to take notes. And so, yeah, so just try not to choose someone from your same school. But that is the purpose. The next thing you have to really know is what to do in a meeting. You guys know how to run a meeting? No? Question mark? If you need any questions about that, please send me an email, send me a text. I can gladly answer it. But the general thing is try to just keep a schedule. Have a purpose that you want to do in your meeting, and keep going. The purpose of the committee is, a lot of questions I keep asking is, what is the purpose of my committee? Because I'm trying to make this a general video. I'm not going to go into detail about everybody's committee. I will just email that to you guys later. Cool? Great. Now, what should the first meeting consist of? Well, because this is the first meeting that you guys are going to be just doing, it should probably start with some sort of icebreaker. What sort of icebreakers are good? Well, you can come up with one on your own. However, here's a couple of ideas if you are struggling. One, telephone. Play a game of telephone. Telephone is really fun. I like it. I'm biased. But if you have a question ball, you can do a question ball. You can probably bring one too. But if you have a question ball, it's a good one. There's one that I learned recently. It's rose and thorn, which is like, what's your rose and thorn of the past week? So the rose is something good, thorn is something bad. So like, for instance, this one, my rose, I got to bring out my super cool socks. My thorn, however, it was way too cold. So yeah, so stuff like that, silly things. Or you can do like 2 truths and a lie. You can play little quick games, stuff like that. There's a lot of fun things. Or you can ask people to be like, if you were a cookie, what cookie would you be? Yeah. But each meeting will be different. But like I said, the most important thing you have to do for this meeting is co-chair, secretary, icebreaker, and then sort of do like a explaining what is going to be happening, sort of like a training, a pseudo training. Just generally saying, hey, this is what our committee is doing. For instance, using the resolutions chair or committee. If you guys have any ideas, you can shout them out now, and so that people can research. However, next meeting is when we'll start actually doing coming together with some research, or actually start coming together with some ideas, stuff like that. You get it? Cool. But going on from that, the commitment. Well, each committee is going to be different. The time commitment is going to be, like I said, different. Some committees, like the resolution committee, will have to meet several times between the fall and the spring. Legislative committee might not. And so it depends on what committee you're a part of, but try to have at least a couple of meetings in between. And then without that, as Region 2, what do we expect you guys to do? Well, we expect you guys to do your best. We aren't really expecting anything grand. We're not expecting, if you want to do something grand, do it. But we don't have anything particular that we would like you guys to do. We just want you guys to do something great, do something that you want to do. Why did you guys choose to become a chair? So yeah, so have fun with it, but that's pretty much it. Thank you.